would you say this? I'm thinking of Brokeback Mountain as an example.
Yes, yes.
That here's a story. It's a very poignant story.
Mm-hmm.
And when you put music to the story, there's something about music that conveys or communicates the essence of the story.
Correct.
That touches people at a kind of transconceptual level. Mm-hmm. That really helps us get in touch with the transconceptual level of our own life because
Correct.
It's us.
Correct.
Does that make sense? What you say?
It makes total sense, and that's one of the reasons that I prefer to work that way in movies. Or I like to work from the story,
yes,
much more than from particular scenes.
Yeah.
You know, so in all the projects that I've worked, you know, some, I mean, there's a few exceptions too, but most of them. A big percentage of the music, I would say 70, 80% of the music I've created before seeing any shot, anything filmed. Yeah. Brokeback Mountain is the most extreme case because I wrote the music, which I don't write music or read music. My way of notation is recording. So I recorded the guitar, I did the strings with, you know, with keyboards and stuff. I sent that to Ang Lee. And this was before nothing was filmed, okay? The funny thing was that, you know, I took big silences there in that music, and also wrong notes, which is a story that I will tell tomorrow about the wrong note. I took the wrong notes and long silences, and when I talked James Seamus, the producer from Focus Films, you know, I talked to him like a month later. I sent the thing, I talked to him, and he said, well, look at what happened. First of all, he said, I thought that you were pulling my leg with those silences. I thought, I mean, this guy, how can he wait so long for another note? I mean, this is a joke or are you serious? And then I got it. Then I showed it to Ang, and Ang thought that this was something that you were sending, showing what you've done already, like showing what you could do. And he said, damn, I mean, this would be perfect for the movie. I said, no, this is the music of the movie, right? Yeah. And you know, and therefore, I mean, you know, James said that this was like a year before. He said, I see you at the Oscars, and I thought, this guy is totally crazy. I mean, what can he be saying? You know, this was like my fourth movie that I did. You know, Amores Perros, Motorcycle Diaries, 21 Grams, and then this. But the nice thing about working from the story, going back to that, is that it's a more abstract connection. When I saw the first rough cut of Brokeback Mountain with the music, it was spooky because it was so perfect, the marriage between the music and the scenes, you know, and it was the genius of Ang to say, I'm going to put this here, we're going to repeat. All that was absolutely Ang. But, you know, he listened to that music. He told me, you know, he played the music on the set to the actors. So music became a part of the movie. And I like to work from the story very much, going back to the question.
Flannery O'Connor, the Catholic author, Flannery O'Connor, she said she had a vision at the end of time of all humanity being led to into the gates of paradise. Mm-hmm. Led by the fools of the world, singing and jumping and turning somersaults, followed by the righteous concerned whether or not they were singing on key. And so there's a kind of a contrived precision that imposes itself on the provisional flow of the truth. Does that make
total sense? Absolutely. That's why
we agree with each other and everything.
That's why there are no wrong notes, you know what I mean?
That's right.
There's it's all context, right? And there's something I think that is so important about any artistic expression, which is honesty, you know? I mean, the level of honesty that something has is so important.
That's right.
And so it doesn't matter, you know, if the note is, you know, not the right one, quote unquote, you know, but is the note that resonates or that came at that moment. Aside of the fact that mistakes are lots of times hidden intentions, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Intentions that you didn't thought about it, but you know, something else took the hand there, you know, and you go, oh.